Hello, students, listeners, dear friends. I welcome you once again to the Everyday Student Show. Episode 2, Goal Setting. Goal setting is what we are talking about today. And make this declaration with me. I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. Hello, dear friends, students. Goal setting is very, very important. It is part of daily living. It is part of being intentional about what we do. Goal setting are measures or plans, strategies put together by individuals to accomplish a task. Goal setting are plans, strategies put together to achieve something. And goal setting is very, as I said earlier on, it is very important in everyday living. I encourage you as students to always set goals. When you are without goals, you have nothing, you have no checklist to put you on track when you are going astray. Not only for you students, for everybody, goal setting is very critical. It is very, very important that we set goals, because with goals we can be assured of a destination or heading somewhere. Now, in goal setting, there are certain things we need to consider. There are 4 principles you need to consider when you are setting goals. That is, first, discover; second, plan; third, act; and 4, reflect. Discover, plan, act, and reflect. These 4 principles are very, very important, and we encourage you as students and as individuals to always set goals. Goals put you on track. Goals are checklists. Goals are motivating factors towards achieving greater heights. We promise you that even as you do this, you discover yourself, you plan, you act, and you reflect. Definitely you will reach the pinnacle of success. Now, in discovering is an action word. That means you need to take a critical look at yourself. Nobody knows you better than yourself. You know yourself. So discovering means you need to look at yourself critically and see where needs improvement. Which part of my life do I need to amend? What am I not doing right? What are some of the things I've planned to do but I've not been able to achieve them? In school, what subject areas do I find difficult? Why am I always scoring less mark in those subjects? Why am I always late for school? Why am I always behind in class? These are elements of self-discovery. So after you have discovered yourself, I'm sure you definitely know the things that put you off or the things that place you in that situation you find yourself. Then you move from that aspect. You move from the aspect of discovery into planning. Now I know that these are the things that keep me away. These are the things that put me behind. And these are the things I'm not doing right. So now I begin to plan. And I told you earlier on, listeners or students, that planning is also a strong action word. And planning, there cannot be planning without writing down what you plan. Very, very important. You can't just plan in your mind and it remains in your mind. You need to do what we call documentation. You need to write down whatever you plan. So if, let's say, one of the reasons why you couldn't do well in the exams last time is is not being punctual to school or disregarding lessons, or skipping lessons for other frivolous activities, then this, you are going to base your planning on these lapses. So what are you then going to do? I need to wake up early for school. You write it down. I need to set personal timetable, or I need to put together personal timetable. You write it down. I need to seek God's face through prayer, because with God everything is possible. With God nothing is impossible. So you are seeking God's face. You are looking for friends that can be of help. You are reaching out to educational coaches like us, your parents, teachers who are there to help you. Then you write all these elements down as action words, or your action list. Now you move away from the planning to acting. Now you are transferring whatever you have written as your plans on paper into action. So yes, I said I will wake up early. How do I wake up early? Am I waking up early? That is the question. So now, what do you do to wake up early? You set time. You always make sure you have your stopwatch wherever you are. Even when you are sleeping, you set an alarm on your stopwatch. And the moment it beeps, you get up. So acting is action word, and you must be able to do that. Now, after you have done all this, then you begin to look again, or we call it self-introspection. You begin to take a critical look and see whether your progress report is going aligned, or is aligned with the action plans you put together. So yes, I said I will wake up early. Now I'm waking up early. Now I've set time. Now I have my personal timetable. Now I have time management plan. Am I progressing now? Am I overcoming those challenges that I initially faced? Am I overcoming them? Am I becoming better today than I was yesterday? So you begin to ask yourself these questions. All this part of the issue is what we call the what? Reflect. You are beginning to reflect. You are acting, or you've acted, and the result of your action, or you acting, has it yielded any good fruit? Has it made you a better person? So you look at all that, and then in this space, you are doing what we call reflection. You are beginning to reflect. So dear students, dear listeners, mind you, remember that in order to succeed, you need to set goals. We all need goals to move. Goals are what put us on the right track. Goals are what makes us become the best. Goals serve as checklists. And don't forget, in setting goals, 4 principles are required there. You need to discover, you need to act, you need to discover, you need to plan, you need to act, and you need to reflect. Now, there are several types of goals we can talk about. I remember in my subsequent lessons with you, I've stated types of goals. The various types of goals we have, the common ones are three types of goals. We have short-term goals, middle-term goals, and long-term goals. Short-term goals are those goals you set to achieve a task within days, weeks, or few months. Let's say 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 days. They are what we call short-term goals. So those goals could be, as student, for you students, that goal could be waking up early and going to school early. That is a short-term goal. Because let's say, for instance, today you were not punctual. Tomorrow you decided to be punctual. So it's a short-term goal. Now, middle-term goals are those that you set to achieve within 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years, and let's say 2 years. These are middle-term goals. These goals can be achieved through constant effort, through consistency. You need to be consistent in what you do. That is, for instance, you were not doing so well in a particular subject, or let's say you were offered a project work. Project work has been given to you to be submitted, let's say within the next 2 months. Within the next 4 months, you have been given a project. So what do? You set goals to achieve this project. You sit, you read, you study, you do research on the phone, on the laptop, and every other devices that will help you. Then at the end of the day, you see that yes, you have conquered, you have achieved, because you made plans towards achieving that. And it's a middle-term goal. We encourage you to put all these things in place. Then we talk of the long-term goals. Long-term goals are also very, very important. They are very, very important. Long-term goals. Those goals are set or things you plan to do in, let's say, the next 5 years to come, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. These are plans you put in place. And many of us, yes, like me for instance, and those who fall within this age and above, we still are in that long-term goal, or everybody has a long-term goal. Definitely, eventually, in 10 years to come, you want to see yourself somewhere. In 15 years to come, you want to complete a project, maybe a building project or whatever. For students, in the next 10, 15 years, you may want to accomplish all your educational goals and then settle down, be gainfully employed, have married, have beautiful family, and then continue progressing. So these are the long-term goals. We encourage you to be the best. We encourage you to strive. We encourage you to know that nothing is impossible before God. And when you start now, when you are consistent, believe me, the sky will not be your limit, but the sky will be your stepping stone. And remember, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. End of quote. I encourage you to be the best. Don't be scared to fail. Failure is part of the journey. When you are not failing, that means you are not trying at all. But when you want to try, when you want to climb up, you must fail. And you fail, you rise up. You fail, you don't remain there. You still continue pushing until you get there. I want you to believe yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you have the full potential to be your best. To be the best that God has destined you to become. Wish you all the best from CNC Education Consult, GLORYCOMLIAHONATEENSTV Children Home. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channels, CNC Edu Consult TV GH1, and then GLORYCOMLIAHONATEENSTV. GLORYCOMLIAHONATEENSTV. These two official YouTube platforms are where we are airing or showing our podcast, The Everyday Student. We wish you all the best. CNC Education Consult. Tomorrow begins today and now. In case you want to reach out to any of us, call us on +233 540 230 709 or +233 2084 77530. We are on Facebook, CNC Education Consult. Tomorrow Today Edu.consult, CNC Education Consult.Ghana. We are on Instagram, info@CNC Edu Consult GH. On TikTok, we are there as CNC Education Consult. And on YouTube, once again, as I said, we are there as CNC Edu Consult TV GH1 and GLORYCOMLIAHONATEENS TV. GLORYCOMLIAHONATEENSTV. And on Facebook as well, we are there as GLORYCOMLIAHONA Children Home. Remember, GLORYCOMLIAHONA Children Home. Come, let's go home where it all begins. From the team here at CNC Education Consult, GLORYCOMLIAHONATEENSTV Children Home, we wish you all the best and pray that you implement all that you are receiving in this podcast. Bye-bye.
Every day in the mirror I see a woman, and every time I look in my mind I see that woman, a wonderful woman, an African woman, mother of nature.